Hey, good morning. Tony LaPorta here with NakedTrader.com. I sit here this morning. I'm actually in Winona, Minnesota last night. I had dinner with my children. Everything went quite well, considering that half of them don't talk to each other anymore. But it was a nice evening nonetheless. And this morning, as I look, we have higher commodity prices. Thank you, Goldman Sachs. We have higher indice prices. I would imagine that's on the back of the weaker dollar. And obviously, we have lower bond prices. What concerns me this morning is why aren't the bond prices a lot lower? And why aren't the indice markets a lot higher? I mean, that was a very serious sell-off yesterday. A gap opened lower, and with no follow-through all day yesterday. So the market basically just found traded in a range at lower levels. And what still, I try to put myself in a bullish situation. I say, even though I was short, I try to think of myself as being the bull. The markets opened up and immediately traded to their lows of the day, and then basically range traded for the rest of the day. And I'm thinking that we will see some sort of retest and break of those lows from yesterday. We still have those gaps in the indices, in the Dow futures down to, I don't know, 122 something, and the SPOO's down to 1309 half. So a little bit of reading I'm doing, they're looking for decent support in the SPOO's around that 1306, 1307 level. I have some levels as well, some Fibonacci retracement levels down there. So if we do get a break of yesterday's lows at 10 3/4, I'm looking one for the gap to be filled, and two for these levels to hold. If they don't hold, this could be a seriously ugly move lower. I actually put out an ETF chart last night showing a breakaway gap, and I featured it in my writing. And I'm hoping, I'm assuming that most of my clients will get on it this morning, because that ETF will open lower, and you'll be able to buy it cheaper on the day. There's a breakaway gap in place, and that breakaway gap is telling me that Wall Street is going lower today. And if that is the case, then all those gap open lowers from yesterday will also be called breakaway gaps. So we will see how it goes, and like I tell my readers, it is my job to have a view, and I remain bearish the indices, I remain short the indices, and bullish the treasuries stroke credit markets. So that's about all I have. Tony LaPorta from Winona, Minnesota, 20 miles north of La Crosse on the Mississippi River. Have a great day. Cheers. Bye now.